Have you ever taken a sip of your morning coffee and thought, nothing could ruin this moment? Well, what if I told you? It's a possibility you've just swallowed tiny particles of cockroach. Yes, actual cockroach. And before you spit it out, let's be clear. This isn't some urban legend meant to scare you. This is a documented, unsettling, but surprisingly fascinating truth buried deep in the coffee industry. But here's the twist. This isn't just a gross-out fact. It's part of a much bigger, stranger, and more incredible story. One that begins over 1,000 years ago in the highlands of Ethiopia. Wins its way through Arabian deserts, European coffee houses, revolutionary uprisings, secret smuggling missions, and finally lands in your cup today, possibly with a little insect seasoning you never asked for. So buckle up, because by the end of this journey, you'll never look at coffee or cockroaches the same way again. Let's go back, way back, to the beginning. Long before Starbucks, instant coffee, or drive-through lattes, legend has it that coffee was discovered by a humble goat herder named Kaldi in Ethiopia. Sometime in the 9th century, Kaldi noticed his goats acting unusually energetic, dancing and jumping after eating bright red berries from a certain bush. Curious, he tried them himself and felt the rush. Word spread to a local monastery, where monks began boiling the berries to create a drink that helped them stay awake during long night prayers. From there, coffee's magic began to move. Across the Red Sea, the Arabs learned to roast and brew the beans into something far richer than simple berry water. In Yemen, by the 15th century, coffee was cultivated extensively, especially in the port city of Mocha. Yes, that's where the name comes from. Coffee became both a daily habit and a sacred drink, fueling religious scholars, poets, and merchants alike. But here is where it starts to get dramatic. Coffee was considered so stimulating and powerful that in certain times and places, it was outright banned. In Mecca, in the early 1500s, authorities feared coffee gatherings might lead to political plotting. In the Ottoman Empire, sultans at various points outlawed it, with violators facing harsh punishments. Yet coffee's allure was unstoppable. Traders carried it to Europe in the 17th century, where it quickly became the drink of thinkers, scientists, and revolutionaries. By the 18th century, coffee houses were everywhere. In London, they were called penny universities, because for the price of a cup, you could sit all day and learn from brilliant conversation. In Paris, these became hotbeds of revolutionary ideas. In America, coffee even replaced tea as the patriotic drink of choice after the Boston Tea Party. Now, while coffee was conquering the world, it was also evolving behind the scenes. And this is where our unexpected guest, the cockroach, enters the picture. Fast forward to modern industrial coffee production. Your coffee beans, before they ever get to you, are harvested, fermented, dried, roasted, ground, packaged, and shipped. In the case of certain low-grade coffees, especially large-scale pre-ground brands, the beans are in tea always hand-sorted for perfection. In massive warehouses and factories, coffee is stored in bulk. And guess what? Loves warm, dark food. George storage facilities. Cockroaches. According to some food safety reports, and even admissions from certain industry insiders, small amounts of insect parts, including cockroach fragments, can end up in processed coffee. Well, here's the strange thing. It's probably harmless. These bits are roasted along with the beans, sterilizing any bacteria. In fact, the average person eats far more insect material in their lifetime than they realize. In chocolate, peanut butter, bread, even pasta. The truth is, microscopic amounts of insect matter are a natural part of large-scale food production. Still, this coffee-cockroach connection is one of those facts that once you know, you can't unknow. And for some people, like those with severe cockroach allergies, it's a genuine problem. There have even been documented cases of people developing allergic reactions triggered specifically by drinking coffee contaminated with cockroach allergens. But here is the other side of the story. Coffee's history is filled with shocking, strange, and even dangerous twists. For centuries, coffee has been smuggled, stolen, fought over, and used as political leverage. In the 1600s, Arab traders guarded their coffee plants fiercely, preventing anyone from taking fertile beans out of the region. But in 1616, Dutch traders managed to steal some plants and start their own cultivation in Java.